According to Fontes and Pinnell, guided reading plays a very important role in Reader's Workshop. The purpose is to help readers develop systems of strategic actions for processing increasingly challenging texts. Guided reading lessons have the same basic structure from kindergarten through 8th grade. Each component of the guided reading lesson has implications for student learning. The guided reading lesson begins with an introduction of the text. According to Fontes and Pinnell, the text introduction is critical. The teacher will need to provide just enough information to ensure that students will be able to problem solve or process this slightly challenging text successfully. It is here that the text is unlocked, making it more accessible to allow the readers to use their processing systems to think about and problem solve their way through the text. The teacher works with readers who are alike enough in their reading development and can be taught in a small temporary group. Notice how the teacher reveals the structure of the text, how the author has organized the information. She prompts the students to examine the table of contents and picture captions.
So this is a story all about George Washington Carver. So let's open up. Open it up. Let's go.
I'll go first.
Nope. I want to stay on this page right here. Okay, we've been learning about text features. So what I notice about this book is that it has a...
Logan,
You're on the wrong page, sweet. Thank you. This book has a table of contents. And what does the table of contents show you?
Who George Washington is.
All right. What are some other? These are the chapters. What is about?
George Washington
Carver.
help that
Are farmers.
farmers. How do we
Remember.
remember George Washington Carver? Some
Products made by George Washington. Now, what else does the table of contents show you?
when it highlight too.
Right, so that tells you what page. So we're going to learn all about George Washington Carver. All right, turn the next page.
Was George Washington Carver?
So we're not going to read yet. Hold on just a minute. What's this first word right here?
Who?
So the title tells you what you're going to read about. So we're going to read about George Washington Carver, who he was. Don't read yet. We're doing our introduction. Want to make sure that we know what to do. So another text feature is a caption. Put your finger on the caption. The caption. Put your finger on the caption. The caption is, can you tell me what the caption is, Matthew?
George Washington Carver.
Born
in
Missouri in 1860. So this was the caption tells what the picture is about.
That was years ago.
Yep.
1860.
All right, turn to page 4 and 5.
You.
All right, put your finger on the caption this time, on page 4. Now you found it this time. All right, it says, friends called George Washington Carver the plant doctor. Why do you think they call him the plant doctor?
He helped plants and he a doctor.
Yes. So let me see. He's a doctor that helps plants. Now let's turn the page. So what I'm noticing about this book, the way this book works, look, it says, here's another question.
How?
How did George Washington Carver help farmers? So it asks the question and then it answers the question. That's what you're going to read about. Okay? So I don't know that we're going to get all the way to the end.
Look,
But
look
let's-
what it says. George made more than 100 plants from sweet potatoes.
All right, so do you need to read, let's go back to the beginning. Do you need to read the captions?
Yes.
Yes, you do. You do need to read the captions.
What?
Following the introduction of the text, the students begin reading independently. The text is just right in that students can read it successfully with some support from the teacher. Notice how the teacher observes effective reading behaviors, listens to students read, and assists with problem solving at signs of difficulty.
George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver
Go.
lived
You read to yourself.
He helped farmers grow plants. He invented new things too. He helped to grow plants. George Washington Carver was born in Missouri in 1860. George Washington
Carver,
was lived in
Missouri.
about plants. 1860. He lived. Learned
Good job. I like the way you figured that word out.
make plants grow. He learned how to take care of
Okay, start to say it. Heal.
learned how to make
You stuck?
plants grow. He learned how to become plants because George told that to make no sense.
Oh, you're so smart. No, it didn't make sense, so you got to go back and fix it.
George became
Awesome. That's what good readers do.
teacher. He moved
What's this word?
a place where the
He moved to a place where the soil
was not
soil
soil not as good for plant of earth. George wanted to show farmers how to make things soil good again.
Okay, something didn't make sense right there on that page for you. Read that last sentence.
How to make this soil good again.
Okay, right here you said George wanted to show farmers how to make things soil good again.
Told the farmer that some
Let's see.
plants are
Is this
good
how?
for the soil.
To make,
He showed
what's this word right here?
them that some
This one.
plants
You said things. It starts like things, but that didn't make sense. So what's this word?
again. George.
No, I'm looking at this word underneath. This one right here.
This?
Yes, this. So that's not things, it's this. Starts the same, but that didn't make sense.
Good again. Toes. Potatoes. The farmers are good for the soil here. That showed sweet potatoes are good for the soil. Candles from soil. Sweet. He showed them how to make plants for the potatoes.
Okay, right here. You said he showed them how to make candles from sweet potatoes. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay, so we got to go back and fix it. Make
That corn, candy.
Woo, good job. Like the way you figured it. You got to go back and fix it.
Soil. He told the farmers to plant corn.
Okay, let's break it apart. Not corns.
Corn.
Think about your story.
In cotton only once. George saw that 3 years when
Think about your story. You started to say it.
cut the cotton plants.
What's T-O-N say?
And
Ton. Put it together.
Cotton.
There we go. Thinking about your story.
Plants are hard. Bugs sing the soil. Ate all the cotton. Told the farmers the farmers didn't not know what to do. George told them to plant peanuts outside by
Close. You're almost. This word is only.
the farmers also got with
Only once every.
of the bugs. Here's what many farmers were going the George cotton so plants
Where are you stuck? Okay, let's start to say it. Duh.
road then the farmers other things to do.
Where are you stuck?
I said big and strong.
Good.
Here it shows them how to make wood out of grass. Whoa! Look, to make it out of grass.
You sure did.
Plants. Showed them how to make plants for the house. From heavy 1 year bugs came and ate all soil called the farmer did not know.
All right, let's stop right there.
Here the teacher focuses explicitly on one aspect of the processing system. The teacher may attend to any of the systems of strategic actions. Of course, the teacher is selective rather than try to teach everything at once. If students learn more about 1 or 2 new ways of thinking every time they read a text, their knowledge will grow continuously over time. Notice how the teacher focuses on how to solve unknown words. Here she teaches them the strategies of starting to say the word, looking for the parts of the unknown word, and thinking about the story.
Crop here is of heavy cotton.
Then 300 ways. All right.
It is important for students to have a chance to discuss the meaning of the text with one another as well as with you. Sometimes you may want to ask questions, of course, but students should know they are expected to share their own comments or questions. Notice how the teacher asks students to summarize their learning, find textual evidence, and make an inference or hypothesis related to the text.
So I want everybody to turn to page 8. We'll finish this in a minute. Turn to page 8, Matthew.
8 and 9.
There was a couple of tricky words that I want us to look at. One of them is cotton. Okay, put your finger on cotton. It was on a couple of pages.
The 2 cottons.
Yep, there are more than one. All right, so let's clap it.
Okay.
Cotton. Try it again. Cotton. Okay, so if you don't know a word, you got to start to say it and break it apart. So this is cot, and then ton. Okay, the other thing that you can do is think about your story. Cotton. What is cotton? Show me where cotton is.
The fuzzy thing.
Right, and here it is right here. So you think about your story, use your picture clues, and you break your word apart. That's how, if you get to an unknown word, look for the parts of the words that you know and start to say it. There were some other good things. It's page 8. There's another word that was tricky on this page. It was
George.
what is this word?
Only?
Only. This word was only. That was a tricky word. Put your finger on only. Only, good. And then here was another tricky word. What is this word?
Once.
Once. Good. All right, close your book a minute. Close your book.
Working with words is not optional for students reading below a level M. Here the teacher spends 1 or 2 minutes of word work, a pre-planned exploration of the features of letters or how words are taken apart. As Fontes and Pinnell suggest, for young readers, this is usually a necessary component. You might use magnetic letters or a whiteboard to demonstrate how to use word parts and help the students become better word solvers. Students can manipulate the letters or write words on a whiteboard or piece of paper. Your goal is to develop fast, fluent recognition of letters or words, or the ability to take words apart with ease while reading continuous text. Notice the teacher's explicit word work lesson includes a brief statement of the principle in concise and clear language, a clear demonstration of the principle using magnetic letters, and active student participation.
All right, so who can tell me what George Washington Carver, or some of the things that he did for us? Yes.
He made.
Keep your book closed.
He helped to make plans. He helped he wasn't a teacher, but he moved.
Okay.
And he was a scientist.
He was a scientist. What can you tell me about George Washington Carver?
He went to a soil place.
He did go to a soil place. That was a tricky word too. I'm going to have to write this one down, so if we get a minute, we can go back to that word.
He made a log.
He made what? He made what?
A log.
What did he make that rug out of? What did he make it? And what else?
Soil.
Nope, grass and clay. See if you can find that in your text evidence. What did he do with grass and clay? See if you can find that.
Is a rug George
wove
out.
Tell him what page it is.
Page 12. This is a rug George moved out of
Rugs out of grass. Okay, over here, what did he make?
Showed them how to make
Paint. Okay, I have one last question. What would have happened if he wasn't, or if he didn't like to work with plants? What do you think would have happened if he didn't like to work with plants?
They could die. They could die.
Yeah, they would die. Any plant would die. But what if George Washington Carver, what if he didn't like to work with plants? What would we not have?
Plants.
What were some of the things that we wouldn't have? Because he was an inventor.
We didn't have carpet.
Carpet?
We wouldn't have rugs. We wouldn't have like vegetables.
Right. There's lots of things that we wouldn't have if we didn't have George Washington Carver and he didn't like plants. All right, I want you to make the word way really quick.
Okay.
While you're doing that.
Done.
All right. Way.
W.
You got your W. Way.
This means wait.
Okay, look at this word real quick. While you're getting it. This word is oil. Just make way. We had trouble. O-I says oi. So if you know your parts, it helps you. All right. So we can add to the beginning of words, and then we can make new words, or we can change the beginning. So I want you to change the beginning of way, and I want you to make play. Let me do this for you first. Let me show you. This is how you do it. This word is wa-a. If I change the beginning, I can make a new word. So I'm going to change the W to pla, and now I have a new word. What is the new word?
Play.
All right, so now I'm going to go back to way.
Way. Way.
Now I'm going to change the beginning. Keep your way.
Play.
All right, go back to way. Go back to way. Go back to way. All right, so now I want you to make stay. Change the beginning and make stay.
A. O. Oh, Y.
Yes. All right, good. Now change the beginning and make tray. Change the beginning and make tray. This is not going to change. This is always A. So make tray. Woo! A. All right, good job. That was awesome. So we can make new words if we change the beginning. We can make new words if we change the beginning.
Additional information on guided reading can be found in the Literacy Resource Guide and within the Benchmark Advanced Curriculum resources. You may also reach out to your assigned ELA ISS.